Welcome, NLP, Time, Energy and Focus. Today's topic, NLP, Time, Energy and Focus, managing our most important resources. And it's something a lot of people don't get around to doing. Success rarely depends on working harder. More often it depends on thousands of small decisions we make about how we use our time, energy and focus. One wasted afternoon doesn't matter very much. One distracted week is soon forgotten. But over months and years, these small decisions quietly compound into very different lives. Today isn't really about productivity, it's about making decisions with our three most valuable resources. Let's consider. In our last two videos we looked at direction and state. Direction tells us where we want to go, state influences how well we perform. Now let's consider in more detail the resources that help us get there. Most people think they're managing time. In their reality, they're managing three different resources. Time gives us opportunity. Energy affects the quality of what we do. Attention determines where our thinking and focus is invested. One useful habit is simply becoming more aware of ourselves. When do we think most clearly? When does our energy naturally peak? When does our concentration begin to drift? Not every hour of the day is equal. Protect our best hours for our most important work. And don't underestimate the time for recovery. Recovery isn't a reward, it's one of the investments that makes tomorrow's performance possible. One planning system I found particularly useful comes from J.D. Meyer. It's called the Rule of Three. Choose three important outcomes for the day, 3 outcomes for the week, and 3 for the month. Today's priorities support this week's priorities, and this week's priorities support this month's priorities. This is one simple way of making sure our long-term direction influences what we actually do today. Takeaway: we're not trying to become busier, we're trying to become more deliberate. Deliberate about where we invest our time, deliberate about where we invest our energy, and deliberate about where we invest our attention. These small decisions rarely seem dramatic, but over time they make an extraordinary difference. Next steps. I'm Michael Beale, CEO, coach and one-to-one NLP trainer. If you would like to explore these details in more depth, you're welcome to book a complimentary 30-minute discovery session. Otherwise, please watch the next video. The question: looking back over yesterday, where did you invest your best energy? Did it move you closer to your long-term direction, or was it consumed by whatever happened to shout the loudest? Please post your answer on the YouTube comments. As always, thank you for your attention.